Arturo. This bout. What a pleasure it is to. We're expecting an all-action slugfest. Good hook to the body. And he scores with the counter. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Nice counter punch right up the middle. A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every switch.
Straight right just misses. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Ricardo Mayorga seeing stars right now. Mayorga goes down. Now that is a massive knockdown. Let's take another look.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from? One, two, three, four. You still want to fight?
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight's capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be
not the best around with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Mayorga in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
To make or break a fighter.
You can't miss it. Great work.
Oh, what was that? What are you doing? Come on, you're switching on.
Just keep him on the end of that jab. You're getting your timing already.
There's the bell for round two. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Both men step back for just a moment. The jab doesn't quite connect. This slugger isn't interested in winning rounds. He just wants to win the fight. And he's not going to do it on the scorecard, Johnny. He needs a KO.
Oh, this is a slugger right here in front of them. These kind of fighters, they want to get hit in the face because it G's them on. They want to stand there and fight in the trenches.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Can't find a home with that jab. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. He blocks the uppercut. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Smart. You were thinking.
Kid, what are you doing? Come on, switch on. Switch on.
Don't forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about the defense on the end.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Unlike the heavier fighters, these fighters throw so many punches, it's hard to keep up. He threw a punch and just got countered. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. That jab misses. Well done with that counter shot. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. How about that time counter shot? A perfect counter lands. Oh, and Gatti gets clipped. Arturo Gatti in trouble. He's been in this situation many times before, but I don't know if he's going to find a way out. Looks like they've shaken it off.
It's been a tough round.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Arturo Gatti is in serious trouble here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
I need you to switch back on. Get focused. Get your...
Don't worry, that's it. Now breathe.
Back at it in round 4. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until the senses have come back.
Beautiful counter punch. As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward seemingly with endless energy, Johnny.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? That counter punch caught him clean. Perfect counter shot. Holding nothing back here in the round. Nice counter shot. Do not throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster.
This fight may stop here considering all the bruising and swelling on the face.
Are you all right? Are you okay?
And the referee's going to allow them to fight. Despite what the judges score. Boxing judging could be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Win this fight? Right. Don't worry about that round.
Sets him up. Will you take him out?
There's the bell to start round 5. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Down goes Mayorga. When you miss it, good thing we can watch that all over again.
I've got to see that again.
Feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
Gotta waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to power you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points for losing around.
Need to turn this around halfway through.
It's that ever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
Good counter punch. Beautiful counter shot. His stamina is off the charts. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Those counter punches have to hurt. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Let's talk about Ricardo Mayorga in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath, but right. Brush it off, get on with the job.
I need you to focus on what you're doing.
You were thinking, you were smart.
Let's start the 6. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Nice counter. Incredible work rate. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That counter shot lands. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Punch himself out, though. They exchange punches. Good-looking jab. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. I promise you, all 3 judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
You can't leave.
And there's the bell for round 7. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The counter punching. Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you gotta think them. You just gotta be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket them.
The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? Good defense with that left jab. And down goes Arturo Gatti. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
Catch and shoot. Looks like a little change of strategy here, trying to loosen up the flow a little bit. Ricardo Mayorga is on the canvas. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
What a build-up. What a journey towards this fight. What a fight itself. The crowd enjoyed it. The fighters enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. And what a way to end the fight. There's no mistake there about who won. What a shot.